Let's Play launched the biggest fitness initiative of the decade in 2015, the Let's Play Physical Education Challenge. In 2015, we travelled over 76,000 kilometres, visited 129 towns, and over 400,000 learners participated, with Riverview taking the honours and winning the multi-purpose sports court for their school. The challenge is back, and we took our cameras to one of the participating schools to see how the kids are doing.
The 2015 Physical Education Challenge reached 477 schools, which is just over 403,000 children that participated in the program. So it had a fantastic reach and a fantastic impact in the communities and in the schools. The next step is to launch it again this year, which we did at, funny enough, at the school that won the program last year. But essentially it officially kicked off on the 1st of Feb here in Gauteng. Today we're at Brenthurst Primary in Brakpan. It's the 150th school that has completed the course so far since the 1st of February. So we've been moving, it's been going exceptionally well. But we've made it a little bit more interesting this year in terms of bringing in some of the exercises out of 3 sporting codes, which is rugby, netball and football, as well as bringing in additional kids onto the course at any one time, bringing in that communication, bringing in that teamwork. We're finding it a little bit tough for the kids. The challenges there in terms of the coordination, crossing the midline, being able to do those exercises has been tough for the kids, but that's what it's all about. And we're finding as well that the kids that are, or the schools that are more active, that are participating in phys ed on a regular basis and also playing in organised sport, it's easy for them. Our reach this year, we're hoping to go to 1,000 schools. In discussion with our partners, Department of Education, naturally they'd like to go to the 18,000 primary schools, but that's a little bit tough in terms of the manpower and the time that we have. So the schools that we're competing in the challenge will be a total of 1,000 schools, which is just over 1 million children that we'll reach this year, so which is absolutely fantastic. So we want to get as many schools involved in the Phys Ed Challenge as possible, pegging it at 1,000 this year.
The course is a little bit more difficult this year because every year you have to up your game. Every year we have to make it a little bit more challenging. But having said that, every single school, every single principal, every single community member that writes in and appoints their school as part of the challenge gets the challenge at least 3 weeks before we actually arrive at the school. Some schools have actually had it for months because they've already booked in January, and we're only going to see them in June, July, August, September. So there's an opportunity for phys ed teachers to take the documentation that they get. It spells out the course exactly as to what's going to happen and how the kids need to do it, and practice. What the Phys Ed Challenge has done in 2015 is create an excitement about phys ed and around phys ed. So children are going in their schools and they're going, hang on, there's an opportunity for me here to win something for my school. That's not just willy-nilly, it's a 1.2 million rand stadium. It's not like it's just going to be something that's going to be given and forgotten. This will be with them for at least 20 years. So what that's done is it's created an excitement within the phys ed group. Now the phys ed teachers can take that excitement, have a look at the challenge, use the challenge as a basis for their lessons so that every single week the kids can go through the challenge. And that's what it's about. The course is a little bit more challenging, but it's got to be, because we like to stretch ourselves. As South Africans, we don't want to sit back and be complacent. We want to stretch ourselves a little bit more. The reaction that we've seen this year, remember, we're doing 1,000 schools. Last year we done 500. So we're seeing schools that are doing it for the first time, and we're seeing schools that are doing it for the second time. The schools that are doing it for the second time have got a passion about this like you can't believe. We arrive at the school, those kids come running out. They leave their class to come and mob the guys, because you know what? It's an objective. Last year, the grade 4s were the heroes of the school. This year, the grade 4s are the heroes, and the grade 5s are really upset that they're not doing it. But you know what they're doing? Because they've been through the course and because they've had the opportunity to excel at that level and to be put on a stage, a national stage where they've been seeing themselves on TV doing something, they have got a pride about them. And they're really upset that they're not doing it this year. But you know what they're doing? They're pressuring their phys ed teacher to keep it going. And that's what it's about. Those kids from last year, keep it going, supporting the new grade 4s of this year. Next year, come on guys, let's get it right. Let's do a grade 6 challenge next year. Then you're going to see a difference. And that's what we want. We want to mobilize the youth. And the teachers that are teaching these kids are passionate individuals. They need to be supported. They need to have the ability to grow themselves. That's why part of the prizes is the bursary for the sports management diploma. Why? Because we want to grow those individuals. They're very important in the lives of our children.
Our grade 4 learners are extremely enthusiastic when it comes to sports, and even when we take them outside, it's the highlight of the day. Through the CAPS document, we do a lot of physical education, and it's very good for them because it helps them to build upper body strength, it helps them to think better at school, and it really motivates them to become a better person. And socially and mentally, it's an excellent thing for children to do.
This aligns perfectly with our vision, because in our vision we speak about being real proud, with real being an acronym for respectful, enthusiastic, actively involved, and there we hit the nail on the head, active involvement. We're not talking about just active involvement curriculum, we definitely have that value transferred to sport. So definitely we try to encourage our children to participate in all types of sport. We even included a dancing program for them. But what I like about this program is that I can see that in one activity, in one series of activities, they are building so many skills that are easily transferable to a range of sports, which could definitely help them and enhance their performance in these sports, whether it's in a friendly capacity or a competitive capacity. And I thank SuperSport and all their sponsors for bringing it to us here in Brakpan and just making this a fabulous Friday for all of us.
Every week, hundreds of learners try their best to stake their claim in the Let's Play Physical Education Challenge. The most recent results are in Gauteng, Rhinefield Primary in first position with 86 learners. The King's School moving into second position. Tatezako Primary School and Fontainebleau occupying the last spot with 80 learners. And in the Western Cape, Riverview still holds top spot with 92 learners finishing the course in 45 minutes. Enter your school today by calling the numbers on your screen to be part of this challenge.